So it's another day. Work. Eat. My hair. How my ponytail got. I ain't did nothing all day. Well, I had one good session. Oh, I think I did much all day. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm probably gonna talk to y'all more when I get back. And I'm definitely hitting the gym. So I'll see you guys shortly. Hey guys, welcome back for day 11 of Vlogmas. It is so amazing how fast this time is flying by. I mean, really, it's crazy. As you could probably tell, I guess if y'all been following me, you know by now when I just woke up. Anyway, I just woke up. I woke up at 8 or whatever. I went to sleep, I took a nap, whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, we get up, and I'm gonna go work out. I came back and I ate and I worked out. Well, no, and I ate and I went to sleep, you know? And I can't believe I woke up at 8 o'clock and I was talking to one of my filmmaker friends. Well, actually, I sent an email. So it's a lot to talk about today. Let me tell you, I gotta update y'all on some stuff. All right, so okay. So I sent this email. I drafted it basically while I was at work. So that was that. So I sent that out, and then I started getting responses from the person I sent it to, which I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. And I started texting my coworker about it or whatever. So that was that. And then one of my new filmmaker friends and I were inboxing or DMing each other on Instagram. We're talking about stuff because I got an email from my alma mater. I think that's how you say it, alma mater. Yeah, my college, asking to update the feature on their website of me, and to do a feature on me for Black History Month. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Absolutely. I haven't responded back yet, whatever, but I just think that's amazing. The only other person, I want to say Black student that came from that school that I know of, that from my hometown, that really they spotlight a lot, and because I know it was something that really motivated me to go there, was this guy named David Thompson, and he made it to the NBA, and he's from my hometown, Shelby, North Carolina. And that's as far as Black people, he's the one that they really spotlight, because they talked about him when I went on my tour, when I went to the school. So the fact that they're really wanting to spotlight me, and this is the second time, they did last year as well when I released my book, but now they want to spotlight me again for Black History Month for 2021, which will be literally only a matter of a week or so after I've filmed the movie. So I'll be able to speak about that. And I'm just that's amazing. That is so big. And my college, the university I went to, is not a HBCU. It's not a historically Black college. It's a privately owned Christian university. It's primarily white. So the fact that they want to give and spotlight me as a Black woman, I think is amazing to me. And I'm definitely so willing to do that. I'm grateful for that opportunity. So that's that, and I'll keep you guys updated on that, definitely. So always check out my community section. That's where I update about stuff that's going on outside of the vlogs and all that kind of stuff. Which means you need to be subscribed, so hit that subscribe button, okay? Okay, so, and then my producer sent me an email or a text or whatever, and she and another producer, I think they started their own filmmaking talk show or something like that. And so she invited me on to speak next week. So I'll update you guys on that. I think she's going to create a flyer. So I'm excited. I get to share about Wounded Healer, the movie, and I get to share about myself and how I made my transition into the filmmaking industry. So that's 2 amazing opportunities in one day, literally, right? And I had literally, one was before I fell asleep, the other was after I fell asleep. So that's that. And then, of course, I've wrapped up my work week, whatever. So the other thing I was going to tell you about is that y'all know, if you've been following me, you know I'm not a big person. Like, I'm not big on working like jobs as an employee. I am very much an entrepreneur at heart. It is what it is. I've accepted it. It is just what it is. You know, getting this job, moving back to Atlanta has been a blessing. It was definitely beneficial for me. I love working with my patients. It's amazing work. I love what I do. But I know that once God completely removes me out of this completely, I'm ready, like more than ready. I never had any intentions of actually going back into the field after I resigned from my last job in March in Charlotte. But, you know, in order to make the transition to Atlanta, I had to do that. And again, it's just another opportunity for me to work with patients and help. So I'm just open to that. But I remember my lender told me, he was like, you know, I kind of pretty much got it wrong. You really need to be a 1099 contractor, working self-employed through your corporation, not the other way around, not, you know, having a W-2 job. And I'm looking like, what? You mean to tell me? Because otherwise, like, I could have had a contract. I could have literally went back to where I had started, like, before I left. I went back to Georgia, North Carolina. So I reached out to my realtor who worked in the field with me in Atlanta before I left, and she gave me information for another agency. And I reached out to them, emailed them, and I hadn't heard anything. But I heard from them yesterday, the director, and she was saying they're looking for professionals, part-time or full-time, as, of course, independent contractors. So basically, my company contracts with their company, and I provide services to my clients, if that makes sense. So they don't cut me personally. They could have checked to my agency, and I pay myself through that. I made really good money doing that last year in 2019 before I moved to North Carolina. The most money I've ever made, I would say, you know, and it was just my own that I earned, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the flexibility, and I've always said I knew that if I came back to in Atlanta, whatever, that I was gonna go back to doing that. However, my lender basically was like, you need a regular job, so I went back to what I knew. But anyway, so I responded back to her, and I was like, yeah, you know, working at a clinic right now, but I'm definitely interested in part-time, because he told me, he was like, you know, you need to get a contract ASAP. You need to be earning that kind of money now. Okay. So then I was like, you know, I really don't want to leave this clinic, because, like, you know, I got patients, and I enjoy the hours. It's very flexible. I mean, you know, easy hours. I mean, getting up at 4 o'clock is not great, but, you know, by 12:30, I'm done for the day. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, the other option would be to ask the owner if she can make me a 1099 contractor, right? I mean, then I can keep that and just do part-time agency, or work through my agency, whatever, my company. So I emailed her. That's what the email was, right? I emailed her and I asked her, and she was like, well, legally, let me check and see. And so she emailed me back again. It's like, well, because you have specified hours, then I can't make you a contractor or something. Then she emailed me back again and was like, well, what if I increase your hours from like 5:30 to 1:30, and then you're gonna be work a Saturday? And I think she thought it was more like I need more income, monthly income, and it's like, no, that's not it at all. I asked you for what I wanted, what I needed. It ain't about the money. It ain't about, okay, you need this amount of money to qualify. It's just being a W-2 worker. It doesn't work with what my lender and our plan is for what I need to get approved for the house that I want. And so I don't think she understands that, but I want to email her back tomorrow and let her know at the end of the day, I've got my answer. You know what I'm saying? I got my answer. I got what I need to know. Like, you can't do that, then okay, then it's time to pivot. And I pivot very well, you know, and I'm sorry, you know, I'm not, but, you know, it is what it is. Like, I know that it's very well possible for somebody to make you 1099, because the company I worked for in Atlanta, the clinic, all the counselors there were 1099 contractors. They eventually made us W-2, which is right before I left, so I didn't actually become a W-2 worker, I don't think. I don't know, it might have been like maybe a couple pay periods that I was a W-2 worker there, but I left and became a full-time 1099 contract counselor, and start doing that full-time. So it's I'm sorry, but like I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I gave the opportunity, I put it out there, and you can't meet me where I need to be met, then I'm sorry. Like, it's just what it is, because it's really not even that big of a deal to do that. It really isn't. Also, let me say this: there's no health benefits being paid here. So like, I'm basically already a contractor. There's no sick time, no PTO time, no health benefits, nothing. So I'm pretty much a contractor. I mean, you know, really. But anyway, that was that. That's all that has happened within like the last 5-6 hours. But I'm not worried about anything. I'm excited. Next week I said I'm doing this interview. I have another hair appointment. I send my script to my script consultant so she can edit it and everything, get it polished Sunday evening. So I'm actually, once I finish here, I'm gonna have to go do a quick workout. Did I talk about the gym already? That it closed at 9. I woke up and it was like 8. Yeah, I think I talked about that. So I'm about to do a quick workout here, and then I'm gonna write. I'm gonna write until I fall asleep, like, because I have to have this thing done by Sunday. But next week is gonna be awesome. I gotta get my money orders and stuff, and I will literally, this next week will be the final week that will be before we move back into our townhome. So I'm excited, and I'm gonna make the most of this weekend. It's already flying by. Like, Friday's already over, so we literally about to be Saturday. Seriously. And we crossed a milestone as far as revenue for the YouTube channel. So keep watching, guys. There's this one goal I want to hit and reach. So I need you guys to watch all the ads. I'm not sure how many ads be showing up, but like, watch all the ads you can. Watch the full vlog. Like it, comment on it if you can. Even if it's like, hey, I love this, or you know, or what do you want to see the next vlog to be about, whatever. Like, all that helps with the channel, helping it grow. I need 11 more subscribers to reach the goal by Sunday. So help me reach that goal, y'all. I will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna be writing, and I'll take you guys along with me for the journey tomorrow. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.